What if a guy had everything you wanted but bad sex?
Yeah.
No.
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 Do you think like we're sold a dream? Like you can't have everything. So it's like we want a guy that's good at sex, good career, but also good at sex but doesn't talk to a bunch of girls to get good at sex. Tall, makes good money. and we don't want to compete for them.
Welcome, my friends, to the RP Experience. Peace and love to my brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing, and being here to watch this video. I really appreciate you guys. Today's video is going to be about a man that divorces his wife just after they got married. I believe they was on their honeymoon. She spurned his advances and did not give him the nookie. So he divorced her the next day. Now, that is her story. Now, something with that doesn't sound right. I would tend to believe that something's being left out. It's like the same thing if a guy says, like, that woman is crazy. Now, maybe she is crazy, but then my question would be to him, like, what did you do? Now, I'm not excusing her behavior, but I always believe it takes two to tango. You had to have done something. Now, maybe it was something small. Maybe it was something that she misunderstood and took it to like the zenith. Maybe it's something in the past that you did that she would not let go. In a lot of cases, I believe that is the case because I could say an ex of mine is crazy or something. But I can be honest and say like, well, it is something small that I did that she blew out of proportion, but it was something that did start the domino rolling. Let's get to that video right now, and I'll be right back.
Rachel from Sydney, shortest relationship, Rach?
I was married for not even 24 hours before my husband wanted a divorce, and we separated 2 weeks later.
Whoa.
What happened, Rachel?
The night of the wedding, we went out, and when we got back to the hotel room, unfortunately, I didn't give him what he wanted.
What? What?
He wanted
Which is sex?
Yes.
How long had you been together, and had you had sex before the wedding night?
Yes, we're already together, and everything was like that. We were tired. I didn't want to, and then the next day, he wanted a divorce.
What a revolting man. Also, because I've heard a lot of people don't have sex on wedding nights because you're so tired. It's like a 17-hour day, and you're
drinking,
drunk,
and you're drunk,
and you're full, and you've had a fun day. Absolutely. So he said, "This is the reason why you're not having sex with me. Therefore, we are getting divorced."
Yes, it was miserable. Like we just couldn't.
Wow, I'm sorry, Rachel. What an awful, disgusting man.
No bloody riz.
He's got no riz.
No riz. No riz at all, Rachel.
Her story, to me, sounds like she's leaving something out. Because how many people, even though I'm pretty sure somebody out there, but how many people, how many dudes are going to get married, sleep on it, wake up the next day, and then divorce? What I think happened was he tried to get the freaky on the night before. She rejected him and said like, "Oh, I'm tired. I just want to go to bed." Okay, fine. The next morning, he probably tried to go at it again because he's probably like, "Okay, well, you shouldn't be tired now. Let's do it." She then rejected him again. I believe that is what she's leaving out again. Even though, once again, I'm pretty sure women will still even push that aside. But I'm pretty sure she's leaving that part out. So then he was like, okay, this is not going to work. I want a divorce. Now, to women that say this is not right, this is my video to you, because when it's divorce time, it seems like everything's a-okay.
Men are losing their mind over a recent video that I made explaining how you leaving a good guy doesn't make you a bad person. Your spouse doesn't have to be abusive in order for your feelings of wanting to leave to be valid. There are dozens of reasons why marriages fall apart, and a lot of them have nothing to do with somebody being a bad person. Here are some examples. Financial problems, growing apart, communication issues, addiction, too much arguing, lack of emotional or physical intimacy, one spouse just isn't carrying their weight in the marriage. Maybe you married too young or for the wrong reasons. Opposing values or lack of shared interests. Or maybe you just live like platonic roommates. Those are all very common reasons for divorce. And it doesn't make you or your spouse a bad person.
That's what I'm saying right there. When women get older and when it's years later down the marriage line, all of a sudden she can feel unhappy, unsatisfied, whatever it is, and then she can just walk away with cash and prizes. So if that man right there is wrong for divorcing early in the game when he already sees that he's not going to be getting what he wants, then he should be free to leave. The same way as that woman saying that she should be free to leave when she just doesn't feel happy anymore. So you see the problem that this creates right here. Now, I see both sides here. I understand that the woman may have been tired. I don't know everything that went on that day during their marriage and stuff. I don't think that happened to me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did it our honeymoon night or so. But even if we didn't, that wasn't a big deal. And also, these people was together before then, so they was already doing it, and then this became a problem. Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate here and be like, this guy didn't just arrive to this decision overnight. Maybe during their relationship, she was doing the same thing of saying like, oh, I don't want to do it tonight. I don't want this to be all that we are about. Maybe he was doing it once a week, once every 2 weeks. I'm not sure. See, she's leaving a lot of part out. I would have to ask that man why he divorced that woman, and I bet 100% that his story is going to sound a lot different than her story. Now, of course, though, both people may be leaving certain things out, but you put both stories together, and then you will get the truth. I do believe he's going to say more of the things that she didn't. Also, to go a little bit on her side, with like some of the women that I've been with, they're usually self-conscious of how they smell, how they look. So if she was tired that night, usually if you guys think, most of the time before a woman lays down with you, she will run to the bathroom and freshen up. Either she'll take a shower or do a bird bath. She will clean certain areas so that she's presentable when she comes to you. Now, I know some guys are nasty and they don't care. Okay, they don't care about stinky breath or whatever smelling. They just want to get their rocks off. And there are women like that too, but a lot more women that are more self-conscious with that. This once again goes into that baby thing. Like once you have a baby, a lot of that's going to be cut back for both the man and the woman. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe that men should be able to have their needs met in a relationship. Now, I just don't think it should be to the detriment of her. Like, okay, y'all have to find a balance there. This is why I usually say, get a woman that wants it as much or more than you. And make sure she doesn't have any issues down there that is painful for her or something. Because that will be a problem later for women to understand. 90% of the reason, maybe not 90%, but 70 to 90% of the reason that the man is deciding to be totally with you and then walk down the aisle and put a ring on, because he's expecting to get his needs met by you in the relationship. Otherwise, he may as well just stay single and just date, just meet women for a casual fling for a lot of men out here, than being with a woman that's going to turn cold to you. Now, of course, this doesn't fit everybody's situation. because some people, like I say, there are men that don't really talk to their women, give them any type of time, don't take them out. And of course, this depends what the guy's job is, because some guys do make work 10 to 15 hours a day or something. But on a day with her, make her feel like that she's not there just for kink doll or something. The same way we as men don't want to just be her ATM, that she just talks to us when she wants money. But however, in relationships, a man supposed to just give and do that type of thing, and then when he wants something, it seems like he should be ashamed to ask it or want it or something. I mean, it's already to the point that as men, we don't look to women for like money, really, because your money really doesn't. I have to do a video about this. Your money doesn't mean too much to us. Now, it may mean to a thing that, yes, you can buy some of your stuff yourself, so it takes some pressure off of us, but it's not like we're going to be asking you for money. Not that it's not guys that do that, because there are guys that do that. But even when I was struggling in a relationship, I never asked a woman for money. I'm going to let him speak a little bit, and then I'll give like my final thought.
I don't understand. If you're having sex, you should have sex a lot before, after. What? Men are
revolting. We're learning, boys.
Yeah, we're learning.
I absolutely think that it is a good reason, a very, very good reason for them to get divorced. Let me give you a couple of the red flags that I've noticed in this video specifically, right? The first red flag is all of the simps and the cucks and the tricks that's either A, pandering to their audience by saying that, it's atrocious and it was, revolting and all of this other type of stuff. I understand it's a show from a different country, but I appreciate you guys for sending this to me. They said it's revolting and all of this other type of stuff, but the realistically, he spotted a red flag very early in a relationship in which it didn't cost him long term. And so he made an adjustment, and he made an adjustment based off of what was to come, not based off of what she didn't do. And that's the thing that a lot of people miss in a lot of this conversations and the context of these videos and stuff like that, because I looked at the comments, and the comments, of course, from all of the cucks and all of the women was they glad that she left and all of this stuff. But realistically, she's spurned and she's bothered by it, and that's one of the reasons why she's calling into the show in the first place. A. B, it's a sense of duty, and so I don't think that it's unrealistic for the expectation should be for her to give it up on the wedding night. And if the only reason that you can come up with as to why you wouldn't officially, even though they did it the day before, consummate the marriage that night is because you tired and because you did it the day before, listen, how you start off is how you're going to have to continue. And if she's willing to operate like that, and the very, very first day, the expectation for things to come is going to be 10 times that. She's going to be kicking his ass. He's not going to have no control. And she's going to be justified in it because she showed him who she was in the beginning, and he didn't do anything either about it to correct it or get up out of it. And so I think that it is smart that he walked away. I think that the fact that he even slept on it means that he made an informed decision. He didn't make an emotional decision. He made an informed decision because he woke up the next day and he said, yo, nah, this ain't gonna work for me. This ain't gonna work for me. He didn't do nothing emotional. He didn't say it immediately right after that. He didn't get pissed. He went to sleep. He woke up the next morning and he said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and walk away. You know why? Because my expectations for marriage doesn't align with what your expectations align with. And here's the thing. I don't even think that anybody should be calling anybody anything, names, he's revolting or anything like that, because that just shows that we're biased and that we always give women the benefit of the doubt. We don't have the other side of the story. And why can't it just be, they own two different pages, so they might as well cut bait immediately. Unfortunately, he already spent money on a wedding. I don't look at it that way. I look at it like he spent money and made an investment towards finding out what it was that he didn't want, and then immediately cut bait as a result of it.
Okay, I disagree with him with one thing in there, but practically everything else, he was correct. Now, of course, though, yes, the dude, well, Usually, tradition is supposed to be the dad pays for like the wedding, but he paid for the wedding and then he wanted the divorce. Where once again, the fact that he went all the way to this point, got married, then went on the honeymoon, and then wakes up the next day and decides to divorce the woman because she didn't pit out. Now, does that story sound right to you? Something's being left out there, and that's what I think it is. Once again, I am guessing, and I'm going by my relationship experience in the past of how sometimes women were self-conscious about certain things. So once again, I think what it was is that she was rationing the punani throughout their relationship. Her thing probably was like, well, I want to be married and I don't want us to just be, this is all that we are about, having relations. And he was like, okay, we'll get married. After abstaining and going through that and then getting to the point of being married, then once again she rejected him again. Like, I know sometimes women will wake up one day and be like they want a divorce, they are not happy and stuff. Men are not like that in general. We are slow to change, which is probably sometimes makes a lot of us boring, except for the guys that don't want to commit and then just have fun. And even then, those guys that are just living and having fun have that same thing of like they are stuck on this track and it's going to take them a while to change and do something different. But I think what it was is that, yes, she told him that, and then she rejected him again, and then she probably rejected him again in the morning. And then he was like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm not doing a non-punani marriage thing or something. Now, I will probably say, even though they probably did have discussion, but it was probably more like arguments, but this is why I want to say punani is very important to men. That's one of the main reasons why we want to be boyfriend and girlfriend with, because we want our exclusive punani, unless if we are guys swimming in it. And that's why those guys are usually, it's hard for them to commit, because they're getting different flavors all of the time. So I don't have too much to add right here, even though I'm hoping this is not going over the women's heads. But the only correlation I can say is, which how the women will say this, that men will like wine and dine and do all this stuff to get in her pants, or even to marry her. And then once they get married, it will stop. Now, of course, though, you have to realize, if that's the guy's only intention, the same way in some women's cases is their only intention to get with a man that has money, stability, if that's his main intention, if you take that away, then he's going to do like that guy. And fortunately, that guy did that. Instead of doing the thing which a lot of men will do, is cheat. Because they're not getting it from you, they're going to get it from somebody else. So I will say for women too, especially you women that are strong, independent, if you don't like doing it, you get with a guy that has a high drive, then don't do it. Just hang out or something, because it's going to end bad. And men and women need to start being honest with each other on this subject. Anyway, this is it right now. I wanted to totally explain my position on this. I see the woman's point of view, but however, though, do you want to be that dude saying that I only sleep with my wife like once a month? No dude wants to do that, because otherwise, why be married? That's one of the main reasons why we even go that route anyway. So anyway, that's it. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Hey girl, you out here looking like a protein-packed snack for my hibernation. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You out here with your little friends. Come on, man. I see you shining and glistening out here. Come back to... Ooh. Oh, you got the organic botanicals going on. And your hair pieces, the good conditioning conglomerate. Make the cave smell good. Come on, man. That's what I'm talking about. I got honey in my cave, girl. I got honey in my cave. Come on. See, your friend don't smell as good, but this leg meat, perfect for the... Come on, man. The leg meat. perfect for the cave, man. Come on, girl. I got honey in my cave, girl. I got honey. Hey, what's she?
Good chat, buddy, well done, champ. Make you weak, made me hip, neck minute. She tries to stop, dries her eyes. All rise, you're in for a surprise when you see the size. Truthfully, no lies. Cross my heart, hope to die. Zone out, brown cow, pow, boom, pow. Get a sham wow for your soak on right now. Not a towel on your buddy, old pal. Take a bow, how? Just bend over, yodeling, yoda, yodeling your doda against the flow. Join us flowing solo as a team. 3 pairs, 9 meters, high, high greeters. Now standing sitters, crawling critters, rubbish litterers, trash by literally liturgical litters. Line with brine and white wine.
Roger that, copy, Red Rover.
Roger rabbit, ram, get rammed at 30 grits.